everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I have a really good size box here to share with you. It would be great for cookies or for just filling it with candy. You see the window it has in there. It's so cute. It's going to be really cute to put some pretty candies in here. And I think like the Lindt truffles will really look cute in here, all different colors. But it just is a regular box. It opens like this. And then this just fits over the top. And it's a really good tight fit. I like that because I don't like when you, especially if you put something heavy in it, then the top is too loose and it falls out. So this box measures 7 3/4 by 3 1/2 by 1 1/4 wide. So it's really a good size box. So this is what I'm sharing today. I'm going to change it up a bit because I want to show you that you can do different. I like to do that and show you there's different options for it. It's going to be basically the same. I'm going to write peace across here and then enjoy instead of Merry Christmas. But I'm going to show you everything I used for this one as well as the other one. So what you're going to need for this is, I used on this one, I used Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler. And then for the letters, I used the Festive Farmhouse Designer Series paper for the Merry, which is this Designer Series paper right here, Festive Farmhouse. And so I just chose the patterns that I wanted to put on there, and I used that. You are going to need to cut 2 of the letters of each. I did 1 in cardstock and 1 in the Designer Series paper. And then this Christmas sentiment is from Alpine Adventure. It's this Christmas greetings. I just blocked out the greetings with a sticky note and stamped that. And I just used the Christmas from that one. And so everything's going to go together the exact same way. I'm just going to write across here peace instead of Merry, and then we're going to do this a little bit different too, the little tag. So for this one, we are using Merry Merlot, which is going to be the bottom of the box, and it is 10 3/16 by 5 15/16. Which the 15/16 is just that tiny notch that's before the 6, and then the 3/16 is 3 little notches past the 10. So you have to do it for this box for it to fit really good. So that is for the bottom. We're going to use Tranquil Tide for the top, and it is 10 1/4 by 6. You need a piece of window sheet that is 3 1/2 by 7 1/4. And then I am using my large letter framelits. This is a little bit more pricey, these framelits, but you get the full alphabet, plus you get like question marks, semicolon, equal sign. You get all these little extras here. And I've used it a ton. It's really great for making cards too, when you just want to write a word on a card. And it's really a great set to have. And also, if you join my team, you could put this on your starter kit list. So if anybody wants to join my team, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and hit the join my team, and I'd love to have you as a team member. So I already cut out the P, E, A, C, and then I had to cut out an extra E because there's only one of each letter. So I did those all in the Merry Merlot, and then I cut out another one in the Designer Series paper, but the Designer Series paper this time that I'm using is going to be the Joyous Noel. So it's going to be a little bit more elegant because I used all of the specialty sides of the paper with all the foil. It has copper foil on all these sheets, so I'm using the ones that have the copper foiling on them. So it's going to make it a little bit fancier, and they do have a little bit richer colors. Of course, the cherry cobbler and the mossy meadow are also a richer, deeper color. But so you are going to need 2 of each, because we are going to adhere this to these to make it just a lot sturdier on here. So that is all of those. And I already cut them out, pre-did some of this, because we do have to cut the window in the box and with the Big Shot, so it's going to take maybe a little bit longer for this video just because of cutting the window. And I didn't want to cut out all these pieces while you were watching because it would take forever. So for the joy that I'm using, this is the Snow is Glistening, and this is available November 1st. I'm not sure if this video will post before or after November 1st. So it will be available November 1st, and I'm using this little snowflake here, and I'm using the Joy off of this one. And that's going to be for our little tag. Then you're going to need the stitch shapes, and I'm using the largest square for this. I actually messed up, and I kind of bent my largest square. I mean, it works fine now, but be very careful. I wasn't paying attention, and I ran it through without my little plate on it, and that is not a good thing to do. So I am going to order a new set of these because now I feel like I need a new one, even though it still cuts fine. All right, so let's go ahead and score these. On this piece, the top piece, you're going to score it at 1 1/4 and at 4 3/4. And then we are going to turn it on the 10 1/4 inch side and score it at 1 1/4 and 9. It's actually 1 1/4 on each side. So that, if that makes it easier for you. So that's our top piece. That's the piece we're going to cut the window out of. And then for the bottom piece, we're going to do the same thing, 1 1/4 on all 4 sides. So that is our bottom piece. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to set this one aside, and we are going to go ahead and bring up the Big Shot. And hopefully I can get this straight doing it this way. It's a lot easier when you look over to keep them straight. So I am going to put this on here. And I am going to hang it off a little bit so I can see where I'm placing this, because I want to leave a little bit of a space here. Maybe not even a 1/2 inch. Let me measure and see what that is. Yeah, it's about a 1/2 inch. So start about a 1/2 inch and make sure your sides are even. And the best thing to do, what I did here, was to keep it in place, I just used a sticky note, because it's important you keep this straight. All right, so we'll run that one through. I'm just going to bring it back. And then the next step is to just move it down. We'll take this one out. Save these, because now you automatically have a little mat for something. And then you're going to set it down again. Make sure this does not come down too far. Make sure you have a little bit of a space there. Both sides look even. And then I'm going to put that there again. We're going to run it through. And then I'm going to move it. It's a long piece, so I'm going to move it up now once I have these two So you can get it pretty straight if you just pay attention. And now this one right here, we're gonna again leave like a 1/2 inch on the end because we want it to be even. Again, put your, you can see how I bent this. I'm so sad about it. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we're gonna hopefully get that right there, and then we're gonna run this one through. So you're gonna do it like 2.5 times. So your window will be wide enough for your letters. Okay, so we got it pretty even. We did pretty good there. So pay really good attention when you're running your framelit through. You can use your regular framelits too. This just happened to be the exact size that I wanted, so that's why I used the stitch shapes. If you have anything hanging, like I see a tiny little thing here, I'm just going to clip it right there. Just a little bit of tiny thing. And I have one on this side too. Just to make it perfect. You don't even have to do it. I'm sure it's not that noticeable to you. I just see it. Okay. So that is it for that. So it is pretty easy getting your window in there. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our window sheet. I'm going to use Fast Fuse. I'm going to get my little silicone mat because I don't want to get it Fast Fuse all over my paper here. Use tear and tape or Fast Fuse because this is a long span and you want to make sure that you have it down really good. And then I'm going to turn it, get the other side here. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and I want to make sure nothing is going to come through the other side. So tuck in all your little stickies. And then we're going to lay down our window sheet. And I think I got it over a little bit here where I'm going to have to fold it, so I'm going to need to trim that. Because we want it easy for us to be able to fold this over. Just got it over a little bit here. Alright, so now we are ready to cut. So we are going to cut on here. Take a little sliver away. The box goes together very easily. Once you get your window in and you're all set to go. You can even use wet glue to hold your window in. You just need to wait, and I don't really have time when I'm doing the video to sit and wait for it. Alright, so now I need to grab my bone folder. Sharpen all your score marks here. I like using 2 different colors on these boxes because you can see through to the inside, and I just like that other color to show through because both those colors are in the designer series paper. Alright, so let's put adhesive on all 4 corners here. And make sure these are lined up straight and even, because when you're putting this box on, like I said, it's a really nice fit. So you want it to stay. I may have cut one side a little bit too. If you have anything hanging over, just cut that off, because it looks like it may be a hair long on that. I will remeasure it and I'll put it in the PDF, the correct measurement, if it is off. I'm not sure. It's just a hair. Alright, so it's just like a tiny 1/8 of an inch, so I'm not even sure if that was just my mistake or... Alright, so there is the top. Okay, so for the bottom piece, we are going to cut it just like we did the top. Okay, and we need a bone folder to sharpen all these score marks. Okay, so we'll add our adhesive here. I'm going to use the fast fuse as usual. And then again, make sure these are lined up well, because like I said, this box fits pretty snugly. Alright, so it should fit on here just right. And it does. You can see that. But see how cute it looks with the Mary Merlot on the inside? I think it gives it a richer look. Alright, so now let's bring in our letters. And I'm going to adhere our letters. I need my little take a pick tool here. I'm going to use wet glue to glue these together. And this little tool just helps so much line these up. So that is our P. E. For the back of these, the cardstock, you can use whatever color you want. If you wanted to use I use the Mary Merlot, but you can use whatever color you like. Either or, doesn't matter. I love this new tool. Look at how easy it makes it go. And then the and then one more, our little A. And that's how it is going to look on there. Whoops, wrong cover. And how I got these on here was I used wet glue again, and I actually glued either the P or the E on first. This dries clear, that's why I like it, but I left a little space, center it. And then I did the P. And then we'll fill in the other letters so that they're all spaced out evenly. And make sure that they're lined up on the bottom. And we're going to do the C. May have to hold them just for a minute till that glue gets tacky enough. And then our A. Okay, so there's our piece. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp. That's really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on here with some shaded spruce. I'm going to stamp the Joy, and we're going to just stamp that. And I'm just going to free hand cut this. I'm just going to cut it really close to the letter. And then I'm going to banner end this one. And I'm going to cut in this one. I just want it to be a little bit narrow, so I want to hide it kind of behind one of the letters. So I'm going to actually, I should have done this first, but I'm actually just going to stick it like that. I think I like it up here on this one because the Joy is a little bit fatter, so. And then I'm going to use a glue dot. Use my tool on this one, this side. We're just going to stick that underneath, just to adhere it down there. So that is it. Wouldn't that be cute with just some really pretty candies inside? So there's the piece one, and here's the Mary. I like them both. I think they're both very pretty. This one's a little bit more elegant looking because it has the foil on it, but and this is kind of country or farmhouse looking. So I like them both. They're so cute. All right, everyone, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would help me greatly. I really appreciate that. And if you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop for my blog. I have posted my new hostess code for November there. So you can use my hostess code and get put in the drawing for free hostess dollars at the end of the month. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.